Okay, dear students, in the last lecture, we studied about the various chemical balanced chemical reactions or stoichiometric equations. Okay, uh, so a stoichiometric equation is a well balanced chemical equation in which we have the fuel and the oxygen on the your reactant side, and on the product side all of the oxygen gets consumed and no oxygen is left on the product side. Such type of equation with no oxygen on the product side is known as your stoichiometric equation. Okay, so this is one of the examples. Another example of a stoichiometric equation is say sulfur burning to sulfur dioxide is there. Hydrogen is there, it burning to H2O. Okay, so here if I divide oxygen by 2, half mole of oxygen if I take, so this becomes your balanced chemical equation. Again, a stoichiometric equation is there. Okay. Now, if these are your basic elements, carbon, sulfur, hydrogen is there. Okay. Now, if I want to say I have a hydrocarbon, because all the solid or liquid fuels mainly, they are actually combination of carbon and hydrogen. Okay, so solid fuels or liquid fuels okay, solid fuels or liquid fuels. Okay. The main constituents of solid and liquid fuels, or the main elements that are present in the solid or liquid fuels that are responsible for heat generation, they are carbon or hydrogen or sulfur is there. So three major constituents are there: carbon, hydrogen or sulfur. Okay. In the case of gaseous fuels, if we have gaseous fuels, the main constituents in any gaseous fuel are carbon monoxide is there. Okay, hydrogen is there, methane is there, and ethylene, that is C2H4. So for any gaseous fuel, the main constituents that take part in the combustion process are carbon monoxide, hydrogen, methane, and ethylene is there, C2H4. Okay. Okay. Now, for this carbon, for hydrogen, and for sulfur, okay, we have done the stoichiometric equations or the balanced chemical equations. We have done for carbon monoxide burning to carbon dioxide also. Okay. Now comes is for these hydrocarbons. Okay. So hydrocarbons are basically your combination of hydrogen and carbon. So again, combination of hydrogen and carbon in different proportions, and you will see that most of the liquid fuels, these also come under the category of hydrocarbons. if we talk of diesel, if we talk of petrol, if we talk of kerosene, all these liquid fuels are combinations of hydrogen and carbon. Now, to make a balanced chemical equation from any hydrocarbon, suppose we have a hydrocarbon here as say CXHY. Okay, so suppose X is the composition of carbon and Y is the composition of hydrogen. Okay, now any hydrocarbon, it will react with oxygen and it will always form two products, that is carbon dioxide and water. Okay. So any hydrocarbon, when it reacts with oxygen, it forms two products, say CXHY plus we have say O2 oxygen, and the products of combustion will be two products, that will be carbon dioxide plus it will have H2. Now the question comes is how much carbon dioxide will be produced. Okay, first is how much oxygen I need. Suppose I assume that it is A amount of oxygen I need, okay, B amount of carbon dioxide I need, okay, and suppose C amount of water it will produce. Okay, so I have got constants here X and Y. X is the, that it says that how much carbon is there, Y is how much hydrogen is there in the hydrocarbon. Say if I have ethylene, so it will have C2H4. This is the formula for that. So in this case, what will happen? X is equal to 2 and Y equals to 4. So from the chemical formula of the hydrocarbon, I can get the value of X and Y. If I have got ethylene, if I've got methane, in that case, X will be 1 and Y will be 4. So I can get this value of X and Y from the hydrocarbon that I am using. Okay, so वहां से X and Y की value आ जाएगी. Now I need to calculate what will be the value of A, B and C. Okay. For that, what we'll do is, first is carbon. What we'll do, we will balance the carbon on both sides. ठीक है, तो इस साइड में कार्बन कितनी है? X. So I will have, so here what we'll do is we balance carbon. ठीक है, तो what will this imply on this side? On the left hand side carbon कितना है? X. On right hand side carbon कितना है? It is B. So this implies the value of B will be equal to X. तो B की वैल्यू मेरी कितनी आ जाएगी? X के बराबर. Okay. Similarly, after that, after we balance the carbon on the reactant and the product side, second thing is hydrogen. We will balance hydrogen on both sides. Okay, balance hydrogen. So this implies इस side hydrogen कितना है? Y. और कहीं नहीं है, सिर्फ Y है. So Y will be equal to, on this side hydrogen कितना है? It will be 2C. So it will be twice C is there. 2C will be there. So from here, what will I will find that C equals to Y by 2. So this is my second constant that comes out, that is C equals to Y by 2. ठीक है, तो पहला मेरे पास क्या आया? B equals to X, C equals to Y by 2. After that, third is we balance oxygen on both sides. Okay, so this implies on this side how much oxygen is there? O2 कितना है? So we will have 2A, okay, equal to, on the reactant side it will be 2B plus 1C. C is there. So this is my equation. Okay. So if I divide both sides by 2, so this implies it will be A equals to B plus C by 2. Okay. Now I can convert this equation in terms of x and y. B equals to x. Okay. So it will be equal to what? X plus C equals to y by 2. तो यहाँ पे आके क्या हो जाएगा? Y by 2. Okay. So these are the three equations that, if I remember, I can balance any chemical equation that includes any hydrocarbon there. Okay. So let us take an example of say C2H4 plus I need oxygen, and this will give me CO2 plus H2O. Okay. Now what will be the value of oxygen A here? A will be equal to what? X plus y by 4. तो यहां से क्या आ जाएगा? A equals to x कितना है यहाँ पे? 2 plus y by 4. Y कितना है? 4. तो 4 by 4 it will become equal to 3. 2 plus 1 equals to 3. So I will write 3 here. 3 oxygen. Okay. B carbon dioxide. B will be equal to x. X यहाँ पे कितना है? 2. तो यहाँ पे 2 आ जाएगा. C equals to y by 2. Y कितना है? 4. 4 by 2 it will be 2. तो यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. So this becomes my balanced chemical equation. Okay. For ethylene burning to carbon dioxide and H2O. Okay. So using these three formulas, that is B equals to X, C equals to y by 2, and A equals to X plus y by 4, I can calculate the values of constants A, B, and C. Okay. And this okay, this was all about how we can balance any chemical equation that requires the hydrocarbons. Okay. Now we know that for combustion we do not directly provide oxygen. Okay. Now oxygen, the main source of oxygen is atmospheric air. So we do not provide oxygen for combustion of air. What we do is we provide atmospheric air. Okay. So we need to analyze the atmospheric air, that how much air if we can provide, and in that air what will be the proportion of oxygen. Okay. So we need to do the mass and volume analysis or the molar analysis for atmospheric air. Okay. Now main constituents of atmospheric air, major if I talk of, there are two constituents. First is oxygen, second is nitrogen. The rest, that is carbon dioxide, argon, neon, all other components, they are very small in proportion, and those may be neglected. So major proportions of atmospheric air, if we consider for combustion process, are oxygen and nitrogen. Okay. And we also know that the molecular mass of air is 29. ठीक है, तो molecular weight कितना है air का? It is 29. Okay. Now the composition of air, if I here write composition of air, okay, so first I will say on mass basis. Composition of air on mass basis. That is, if I take in terms of kilograms. Okay. On mass basis, oxygen is 23% and nitrogen is 77%. Okay. So this means if I have 1 kg of air, so it will have how much? It will have 0.23 kg of oxygen plus 0.77 kg of nitrogen. ठीक है, तो 77% है, तो वो कितना हो जाएगा? 0.77 किलोग्राम. ठीक है, और ऑक्सीजन कितनी है? 23%, तो इट विल बी इक्वल टू 0.23 kilograms. Okay, and if I sum these two, that is 0.77 plus 0.23, तो इनको ऐड करेंगे तो ये मेरा कितना आ जाएगा? इट विल बी इक्वल टू 1. ठीक है, तो if this is kilograms, if this is kilograms, so it becomes kilograms. So it will come out as 1.00 kilograms. So 23% equals to 0.23 kilogram in 1 kg of air. Okay, and 77% equals to 0.77 kilogram of nitrogen in 1 kg of air. So this means if I take 1 kilogram of air sample, it will have 0.23 kilogram of oxygen and 0.77 kilograms of nitrogen in it. Okay. Now we are concerned with the oxygen. यहाँ पे भी we are concerned with oxygen. Okay. So this means if I want to take 1 kilogram of oxygen from air, how much air do I need? ठीक है, तो what I will do is I will divide. इसको हमने क्या करना है? इसको हमने 1 करना है. ठीक है, अगर मेरे को 1 किलोग्राम ऑक्सीजन चाहिए तो उसके लिए मेरे को कितनी एयर चाहिए? ओके, तो what I will do is divide both sides by, क्या करेंगे? 0.23 से डिवाइड कर देंगे दोनों साइड्स को. ठीक है, तो दिस विल कम आउट एज द इक्वेशन विल चेंज. तो दिस इंप्लाइज ये आ जाएगा 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 0.23 kg ऑफ एयर इक्वल्स टू, तो ये मेरा 0.23 डिवाइडेड बाय 0.23 मेरा आ जाएगा 1 kg ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, and on this side it will be 0.77 divided by 0.23 kg of it will be nitrogen. ठीक है, तो we are concerned with this oxygen कि मेरे को 1 किलोग्राम ऑक्सीजन जो है चाहिए. ठीक है, तो उसके लिए मेरे को एयर कितनी चाहिए? कितनी एयर मैं प्रोवाइड करूं टू द कंबशन प्रोसेस ताकि मेरे को 1 किलोग्राम क्या मिल जाए? ऑक्सीजन. नाउ इफ आई सॉल्व दिस, तो 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 0.23, so this comes out to be 4.35 kg of air. 4.35, 1 divided by 0.23 becomes 4.35 kg of air. It will have 1 kg of oxygen and it will also have how much? 0.77 divided by 0.23, it will be 3.35 kg of nitrogen. So from this equation, it is clear that if I want 1 kilogram of oxygen, how much air do I need to supply? I need to supply 4.35 kilogram of air. So this means 4.35 kilogram of air will contain 1 kilogram of oxygen. So if I provide 4.35 kilogram of air, I will get what? I will get 1 kg of oxygen. Okay. So this is my mass analysis of air. Okay. Now, second is if I want to do the molar analysis or the volume analysis. Second will be your on the molar basis or on the volume basis. So this will remain same. Okay. Now the composition of air, it changes. If I take molar analysis or in the volume analysis, if I take 1 meter cube of air or 1 mole of air, the composition of air changes. Oxygen will be 21% air and nitrogen will be 79% air. Okay. तो अगर मैं मास बेसिस पे लेता हूं तो ऑक्सीजन 23% है, नाइट्रोजन 77, लेकिन अगर मैं मोलर बेसिस में लूं और इन दी वॉल्यूम एनालिसिस oxygen is 21%, the percentage of oxygen changes, nitrogen becomes 79%. Okay. So similarly here in terms of moles, so it becomes 1 mole. Okay. So here in term, if I want to write here in terms of moles, so 1 mole of air, it will contain how much? 21%, means 0.21 mole of oxygen, okay, plus 0.79 moles of nitrogen. Okay. Now again I am concerned about say I want 1 kg of oxygen. So in this case what I will do, I will divide both sides with 0.21. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे 0.21 आ जाएगा, ये 1 हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे 0.21 आ जाएगा और न्यूमरेटर में 0.79. Okay. And see how the equation changes. This becomes now 4.76 moles of air, 1 kg of 1 mole of in terms of mole आ जाएगा सब कुछ. Okay, so this is the molar analysis of air. Okay, in terms of volume, if I take, so this means if I want 1 mole of oxygen, I need 4.76 moles of air. Okay, so the composition of air is different for mass and volume analysis. Okay, in mass analysis oxygen is 23% and in volume analysis oxygen is 21%. Okay, the next topic that we will be discussing is what is stoichiometric or theoretical air. Okay. Now this stoichiometric or theoretical air is what it is, the minimum amount of air required. So I will write here. Minimum amount of air required for complete of air, of fuel, sorry. So if I talk of what is stoichiometric or theoretical air, so it is what? It is the minimum amount of air required for complete combustion of fuel. So that is called your stoichiometric or theoretical air. Second term that comes is what is excess air. So this stoichiometric air is what? It is the minimum amount of air. It is the minimum amount of air required for complete combustion. Now, in actual practice, some amount of excess air is supplied. Okay, because in actual practice, this stoichiometric air or theoretical air may not be sufficient for complete combustion of fuel. Okay, if I take the example of engine, IC engine. Okay, so if IC engine on ideal condition, ideal means if I am not running the car, I am not running the bike. अगर मैं कार की एग्जांपल लूं तो आइडियल कंडीशन के अंदर it has around 1500 rpm, means 1500 revolutions per minute it is having. Okay, and if I say it will have 17 to 18 power strokes per second. ठीक है, तो एक सेकंड के अंदर एक आईसी इंजन विच इज रनिंग एट अराउंड 1500 rpm, it will have 17 to 18 power strokes. इतनी बार कंबशन हो जाएगी एक सेकंड में. ठीक है, so this means time required for complete combustion of fuel is very small. It is in say milliseconds. So in actual practice, this minimum amount of air required may not be sufficient for complete combustion of fuel. तो हर एक फ्यूल पार्टिकल को ऑक्सीजन का पार्टिकल नहीं मिल पाएगा इतने टाइम के अंदर. तो व्हाट हैपेंस, वी प्रोवाइड सम एक्सेस एयर, थोड़ी सी एयर, 30%, 40%, 50%, दैट इज द मैक्स. ओके, तो मिनिमम एयर से उतनी एयर हम ज्यादा प्रोवाइड करते हैं ताकि ज्यादा ऑक्सीजन पार्टिकल्स कंबशन चैम्बर के अंदर चले जाएं, सो दैट ईच एंड एवरी फ्यूल पार्टिकल इट गेट्स एक्सेस टू ऑक्सीजन फॉर कंबशन. ठीक है, तो मिनिमम अमाउंट ऑफ एयर से जितनी एयर हम ज्यादा प्रोवाइड देते हैं करते हैं, दैट इज नोन एज द एक्सेस एयर. So this excess air is supplied so that the complete combustion of fuel under actual working conditions takes place. So this is your excess air. Third term is what is actual air. Actual air supplied, I will write. Okay. अब एक तो है कि हमने फॉर्मूला से निकाल लिया, वी विल डू द फॉर्मूला इन नेक्स्ट टॉपिक. एक तो फॉर्मूले से हमने निकाल लिया कि व्हाट इज द स्टोइकोमेट्रिक और थ्योरेटिकल और मिनिमम अमाउंट ऑफ एयर रिक्वायर्ड फॉर कंप्लीट कंबशन. दिस विल कम फ्रॉम फॉर्मूला. ओके, दिस कम्स फ्रॉम एक्सपीरियंस दैट हाउ मच एक्सेस एयर नीड्स टू बी सप्लाइड. इज इट 10%, 15%, 20%, 30%, 40%? How much excess air is required? Okay. Next comes is what is actual air supplied. Now this actual air supplied, this is the sum of your stoichiometric air and your excess air. So actual air supplied, it is the sum of your stoichiometric air plus your excess air. So this is the concept of the stoichiometric, excess air and actual air supplied.